My name is Gaganpreet Kaur. My student number is 239591320. Our today's topic is exploring children's well-being in single-parent households in Canada, a symbolic interactionist perspective. This research aims to explore and compare the effects of single motherhood and single fatherhood on children in Canada, utilizing the symbolic interactionism theory to analyze how children construct meaning, negotiate identities, and navigate social interactions within the familial contexts. Family structures and their relationship dynamic have changed significantly throughout time in Canadian society. The dominant position of single parent homes, in which a single mother or father is responsible for raising children alone, is one of the frequent realities. Important issues concerning the health and well being of kids in these kinds of homes and how their experiences can vary depending on the gender of the single parent are brought up by this kind of situation. This analysis, which takes into account the different roles and cultural concepts associated with single mother or single fathers, tries to develop into complex interactions within single parent households and analyze how they impact the well being of children by employing the symbolic interaction perspective. Kids living in single parent homes and could have particular difficulties that have an impact on their success as adults. Achievement of academic goals, job perspectives, and general well-being can all be impacted by variables like financial strain, stress at home, and a lack of social support. It is crucial to understand that everyone experiences things differently and that negative consequences can be decreased by adaptability, helpful relationships, and easy access to resources. Children from single parent households are more likely to experience social inequalities in educational attainment and income levels compared to their peers from two parent families.
Hello everyone, I'm Ayush Ramjiani and today I'm gonna talk about the trends in single parent households in Canada and the impacts on it. So let's start with the trends in single parent households. So firstly, we are gonna talk about the historical development of single parent households in Canada, which reflects broader societal shifts in attitudes towards family structure and dynamics. Traditionally, the nuclear family consisting of a heterosexual couple and their biological children was the dominant model. However, over the past few decades, this model has evolved considerably due to various factors such as changing social norms, economic pressures, and shifts in gender roles. So, let us know about some of the key functions of it. So, the single parent households often emerge due to divorce, separation, or the choice to raise a child independently. In such households, a single parent assumes the primary responsibility for raising and providing for the child. This entails fulfilling various roles, including caregiver, breadwinner, nurturer, and disciplinarian. While single parent households may lack the dual parental supports present in two parent households, they can still provide nurturing and supportive environments for children. Let's see what are the major changes. One of the most significant changes related to single parent households in Canada is the increasing divorce rates coupled with declining marriage rates. As divorce rates rise, more children experience the transition from two parent to single parent households. Additionally, the societal attitudes towards marriage have shifted, with fewer couples opting to marry or staying married for shorter durations. This trend has contributed to the proliferation of single parent households across the country. So, These are the changes which has majorly happened in Canada and is going on. So let us know about some of the impacts on children's well-being in single-parent household. So the first is economic hardship. Single-parent households often struggle financially due to absence of a second income earner. This can lead to poverty and limited access to essential resources such as food, healthcare, and education. Financial stress within the family can also contribute to tension and instability. So these are the some of the economic hardship a single parent household uh, faces. So let's know about the impact on children's well-being on their emotional stress. The children in single-parent households may experience emotional challenges due to family transitions like divorce or parental separation. They may feel sadness, confusion, and insecurity as they adjust to changes in family structure. Loyalty conflicts between parents can also add to their emotional burden. So these are the impacts which children goes through a single parent household. So let's see what are the social stigma. Single parent families may face stigma and negative stereotypes from the society and peers. Children may internalize these attitudes, leading to feelings of shame or alienation. Challenging stereotypes and promoting acceptance is crucial for supporting children's well-being in single-parent households.
Hi, my name is Prashant, and my roll number is 2394000950. And today I like to talk about on sociological paradigm and analysis. A paradigm is a way of describing society and the area of human activity. A paradigm explains how people interact with each other in any giveaway culture. Board views or paradigms give social scientists a variety of instruments which to explain society and then create theories and hypotheses. Paradigm can never exist or transfer. Societies are not symbolic, intercultural, or functionalists. People and social events do not follow paradigms. Paradigm is a worldview, perspective, and a guiding principle, or a belief system, we can say. Although paradigm can not proven, but they do contribute to the creation of verifiable theories. And the next slide would be on about the conflict paradigm. What is conflict paradigm? A simple system for understanding many kinds of inequality, including sexism, socio-economic and racism inequalities, is offered by the conflict paradigm. It shows how premier classes like religion, abilities, age, gender, race, and socio-economic status are the basic for the system of power that maintain this gap. This argument pays attention to the system of status, wealth, power that keeps the rule of a particular group over the other in society, leading to an imbalance in the social, criminal sectors, economic, and political. And the last, I can say, like on the symbolic interactionist paradigm, like it relates to how people use cultural symbolic to impact one another. It shows how language, attitudes, beliefs, and media images affect social relationships. Like George Herbert made the theory of symbolic interactionism holds that the people analysis and manage the meaning related to symbolic in social encounters, which help them build to their identities and worldviews. And moreover, I can say it also investigate how the definition of family is developing. They think that marriage and the family relationships depend on a defined meaning and that engaging in shared activities foster the development of emotional links among family members. The theory of interaction shows how symbolic mechanism rituals like family dinners and holiday help families strengthen and renew their bonds. Parents and children's relationship, attitude, and awareness of parental duties are all shaped by symbols, which is why symbols are so crucial. How symbols affect this relationship, as I would like to tell about, like parental guidance and the facts. Parents show power as well as the guidance to their children, no doubt, and the parental names like mom and dad. Their emotions and behavior are examples of symbols that express responsibilities and limits in the parent-children relationships. Youngsters understand these symbols to figure out their place in the family system and their specific responsibilities, no doubt. Emotional bonding and connections symbols play a major part in creating emotional bonds and the connections between parents and their children. Hugs, kisses, positive remarks are best example of personal responses that represent love, support, and caring. The emotional connection between parents and children is boosted by these symbols, which help them to feel safe and valued. Cultural and social meaning. That's it. Thank you.
My name is Kamaldeep Singh and my student number is 2394860010, and I am here to talk about symbolic interactionism. Symbolic interactionism, sociology paradigm that focus on the individual interactions and how each individual attribute in these interactions. The paradigm provide a different perspective on well-being of single-parent household in Canada. And here are the advantages of using symbolic interaction. Number one, allow exploration of how being a child in single-parent household are viewed by children and how it is affects their interaction with their peers. Number two, provide more details about how the responsibilities between family member and a child are undertaken and how these are understood at the same time. There is flexibility and well-being is assured. Number three is promoting individual agency. And in the end, there are disadvantages of using symbolic interactionism. Number one is political and economic conditions not discussed. And number two is not efficient to explain the broader inequalities in society, such as poverty.
Today, I will be doing the critique of the paradigm. The benefits of using symbolic interactionism to analyze the relationship between single mothers and single fathers to their child's well-being is that well-being is shaped by relations and interactions we have with the people around us. Therefore, a child's well-being is a direct correlation to the status of parents' well-being and their developing sense of self. Mead's symbolic interactionist theory outlines how people analyze and manage the meanings related to symbols in social encounters, which helps them build their identities and worldviews. This is when children first begin to internalize societal rules as the self through the generalized other, which assists in developing the part of the personality that guides their behavior and actions. This is primarily done within the family unit, the parents being the main point of influence. Adolescents learn values, beliefs, social norms, and cultural traditions from their parents, which influence their behaviorisms and in turn their sense of self and well-being. This is translated to children through parenting styles since children assign significant value to their mother and father's parenting and interactions. The interpretation of the parent's behavior having the greatest influence on the child's behavior. The idea and symbol of family is ever changing based on new social norms and patterns. Traditionally, parent meant that persons with direct care of the child with biological and emotional connection. Today, there are many alternative family structures as a result of adoption, divorce, remarriage, loss, or a change in guardianship. Therefore, the term parent better reflects the responsibility of care for a child than direct biological relations. In turn, mother and father no longer hold rigid definitions of caregiver and provider. Moving away from gender roles, parents are both expected to provide emotional and financial support. Single parents are expected to take on all parental roles as the sole guardians, often resulting in financial and emotional struggles. Parents and children's relationship, attitudes, and awareness of parental duties are shaped by symbols, interactions, and social norms, which is why symbolic interactionism is so important in family dynamics. The issues with a symbolic interactionism analysis of the issues are that it excludes the social, political, economic, and oppressive factors that go into single parents' well being. Marxist states that symbolic interactionism cannot cover the complexity of capitalism from an economic and power relations perspective and its impact on single parent households. Currently, the main factor impacting single parent households is income, especially low and middle class households, since in order to make ends meet, all members need to work. With one parent, it is hard to support an entire family. Symbolic interactionism does not take into consideration the political aspects of single parenting and improving child's well being. Public policy was built around the idea of the nuclear family during the height of working class culture, therefore, does not currently support working single parents properly. In order to help single parents, especially single mothers, we need policy change that will assist them in making ends meet. We need to view this as a women's poverty problem in order to end single parent poverty, which would improve overall well being of the parents and children in the home. With single mother households earning significantly less than single father households, single mother households make up the majority of single parent households, therefore showcasing the inequalities between the sexes when it comes to wages and high paying jobs. The oppressive nature of the patriarchy and power dynamics on women's ability to earn as much as men highly impacts the overall well being of single mother households, then gives reason to re examine this issue using a feminist perspective. The social stigma and history attached to single mothers puts them at a disadvantage financially, emotionally, and socially. Changing policies to better support and eradicate women's poverty and low income status could potentially end single parent poverty altogether, which is why single parenthood, examined through a feminist lens, could identify areas in policy and society that need to change for future children's well being and success, not making single parenting oppressive for those in that position. View the nuclear family as a key structure that stabilizes society to keep it operational. They see the nuclear family as performing four functions that ensure society keeps progressing: sexual, reproductive, educational, and economic. And these functions are only fulfilled in a two-parent dynamic. The nuclear family structure reinforces gender roles of breadwinner and caretaker. With a shift in social norms, society needs to rebalance in order to function properly. Although they are still under the impression that families need two parents to provide for children, analyzing the issue of single parents' effect on children's well-being through a functionalist perspective would allow us to see the difference between the function of single mothers and single fathers and which one functions better in a society built for dual-parent households.
In conclusion, the context of the family as a social institution, the study of children's well-being in single-parent households involve both possibilities as well as challenges for understanding and addressing their long-term effects. Symbolic interaction emphasizes the complicated manners in which children regulate their families, familial and social setting by demonstrating the importance of interactions, meanings, and symbols in establishing the world around them. One important factor influencing the health of kids and opportunities for the future is their access to resources. Economic resources are essential for reducing social and economic disparities while supporting children's development. There are options for support and intervention in the face of cultural biases concerning single parenthood and institutional obstacles. Furthermore, strengthening inclusive settings and reducing discrimination helps build trustworthy networks while encouraging successful family outcomes. Understanding the variety of experiences found in single parent households and the complex nature of how kids are doing is the utmost important as we move forward. Regardless of family structure, we can create possibilities for the children to succeed by tackling the root reasons of inequality and funding comprehensive support systems. By calibrating across institutions and communities, we can create a more equitable community where each kid has access to the tools and assistance they require to realize their full potential. The incorporations of the concept of symbolic interaction in the study of single parent households promote a deeper understanding of the objective circumstances and lived experiences of the children developing up in these settings. In light of people's durability and capabilities in managing challenging social dynamics, the viewpoint highlights the importance of empathy, understanding, and support for families dealing with the difficulties of single parenting. Thank you.